Hey guys, I'm Michael. Today's video, we're going to look at Carnival food and drink. Lots of things have changed, some updates. We're going to look at some things that may be confusing for people. I know a lot of people have said, hey, this one restaurant, we keep going to it and it's always closed. We're going to nail that one head on. And we're going to show you how to get around that breakfast crowd, plus a whole lot more coming up right now on Cruise Control.
All right, guys, let's start with dinner and what's free or included with your cruise and go from there. I actually did a video a short time back somewhat like this for the Carnival Vista. This video is a bit different because it applies to all Carnival ships. Now, of course, not every restaurant is available on every ship, but I'm going to share that info also. You folks that have cruised before, please bear with me, as you probably know some of this already, but I'll get to the new stuff in just a second. Okay, so when you book your cruise, you're going to be asked to choose a dining time preference. Early dining, which is 6 p.m., late dining, which is 8 or 8:15 p.m., or anytime dining, which is between 5:45 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. The Alaskan cruises may be about 30 minutes earlier. Okay, the big question is, what's the difference and why doesn't everyone choose anytime dining? No brainer, right? Well, here's the difference. If you choose, say, the 6 o'clock or 8:15 dining, the first evening of your cruise, the staff will show you to your table and you'll meet your waiter or waitress. You'll also meet the other people who will be seated at your table with you. Now, with this option, usually everything will remain the same throughout your cruise. The next night, you'll already know where your table is and your waiter and the other people seated with you. This gives you a chance to make new friends and get to know them and for them to know you. So many times at dinner, it's like, hey, what did you guys do today? And you can kind of share experiences. People, let me just tell you, I absolutely love this option. I've made new friends like this. We've hooked up on social media, and I've kept up with them for years. But that's just my preference, and that's not to say that you can't make new friends with anytime dining. The difference is that with anytime dining, you're probably not going to be at the same table every night or have the same waiter or guests seated with you. The upside is that you probably will meet even more new people, and there is a lot of freedom, time-wise, in choosing this option. But now for the fixed times, which is better, early or late? Well, when do you usually like to have dinner? And yes, there are some things to consider. Are you planning to attend activities, shows? What are the times? You may want to choose an early dining. Also, check your itinerary. Are you going to be ported at places where the ship leaves later? I know in some ports the ship is where it leaves at 8 p.m. You might want to choose a late dining in that situation. It's really going to be your personal preference. Okay, so either way you choose, your dinner is covered in the price of your cruise for every night. Now, there is a section of the dinner menu that will offer even more selections for an upcharge. It may be like a certain steak or lobster, things like that, but that is certainly optional. Okay, so what if I miss my dinner time completely? Or I'm kind of picky and I just don't really like anything on the menu tonight? Well, buckle your seatbelt because this opens up a whole new world for you, my friend. You've got my blood pumping now, so let me turn you on to a few things. And yes, still free and covered in the price of your cruise package. Okay, Carnival has already thought of this, and hey, they've got you covered. First up, the common area or Lido Marketplace, Lido Restaurant. Oh, this place is already cooking up a big old wide buffet with all kinds of good food. And there won't be somebody standing there with their arms crossed, tapping their foot, saying, So you slept through dinner. Nah, grab you a plate because we're talking everything from fried chicken to lasagna. There really is a lot to choose from here. One of my favorites here would have to be the stuffed mushrooms. Wow, they really are good. So, yes, the Lido Marketplace is free every evening, and it's also open for breakfast and lunch every day as well. Now, I'm going to come back to breakfast and lunch because there are several other options also. Okay, so beyond the main dining room and the Lido Marketplace, there are still some more free options for dinner. First up, the Carnival Deli. It's open for both lunch and dinner. This will be sandwiches and wraps, all kinds of different meats and veggies to choose from, as well as several different kinds of bread. You can even get it grilled if you like, and they have side items to go with it. All right, next up is Off the Grill. Now, if you've been out by the pool and you're just feeling maybe a little too lazy to go anywhere, then here's an option, and it's right near the pool. Off the Grill is open for both lunch and dinner. Now, they'll be cooking up hamburgers, hot dogs, grilled chicken, and all made fresh right there in front of you. All right, next up for the health-conscious individuals, we have Good Eats. Now, this is pretty much a self-serve place, but they do have a carving station. This one is open every night for dinner. They're going to be offering up New York strip steak, broiled pork chops, lots of different veggies, rice, and the menu does change nightly. Again, all of these options are included with your cruise package, as well as don't forget about the 24-hour pizza. Every Carnival ship has either a Pizza Pirate or a Pizza Del Capitano serving pizza 24 hours a day. Now, if pizza gives you heartburn like me, then hey, afterwards, head for the free ice cream station. That's 24 hours also. Now, keep in mind, room service is free and available 24 hours. The menu is a bit limited, but it's still an option. Okay, now, let's talk about breakfast for just a minute because I've got a couple of eye-openers for you here. Pretty much every morning, everybody heads to the Lido Marketplace for breakfast. Now, that's not really a bad thing because, hey, they've got just about anything you can imagine for breakfast and then some. All the breakfast buffets, yes, I've hit most of them. Chicken and waffles, yep, been there too, done that. The made-to-order omelet bar, oh, it's my favorite. But now, here's the problem. Yeah, it seems like everybody's kind of got the same idea, and it can get rather crowded at any given time. It's nothing impossible, but there may be a bit of a wait if you're okay with that. However, did you know that the main dining room is also open for breakfast as well? The breakfast is fantastic, no lines, and it's a lot less crowded. Now, there's a little bit of a trick to it, so I'm going to fix that for you right now. Okay, on the days that you wake up and you're already ported someplace or will be porting that day at an island or other destination, the main dining room is going to be open for breakfast from 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Great food, order off the menu and be served. No crowds, no worries. Now, on sea days, days that you're going to be at sea and not port any place, it gets even better. The main dining room is going to be serving brunch from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Hey, you can even sleep in if you like and still make it. Too many margaritas in Cozumel the day before? Well, they've got you covered. Okay, so a couple of things to remember here is, of course, the difference in the times between breakfast on port days, 7:30 to 9:30, and then sea days brunch is 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Also, if you're on a ship that has two main dining rooms, then yeah, only one of these dining rooms is going to be the one open for breakfast. If it's the one that you already go to for dinner, then hey, you're going to know where it is. And if it's the other one, then this gives you the chance to experience the other dining room as well. So hey, it's all good. Now, if you're on a cruise that's 9 days or longer, those times will be a little different. Either way, you can always check your Fun Times newspaper that's delivered to your cabin every day to confirm the times and which dining room that's going to be open, okay? Okay, but wait a minute. There is still yet another free breakfast option. How about a quick and delicious breakfast wrap? Yeah, these are good. Blue Iguana Cantina is on all Carnival ships and is best known by most for lunch, but they are open for breakfast too. Actually, it's kind of perfect. You're right there at the pool. You can get hooked up for breakfast and then get an early seat by the pool. Okay, now let's head into lunch. Now, I know a lot of people will tend to skip breakfast, especially on days that you're at sea. So when lunchtime approaches, we're ready for something good to eat. All right, we know that the Lido Marketplace is going to be open with the buffets, as well as the Carnival Deli, Off the Grill, Blue Iguana, and the pizza shops. But there are still even more really good free options for lunch, and some new choices also. First up, of course, is going to be Guy's Burger Joint. Now, you've probably heard about this one at least 1,000 times, and that's probably because it really is that good. And it's now available on almost every Carnival ship. My personal favorite here is going to be the pig patty. That's because it has bacon and lots of it. If you're interested, I did another video giving you all the details about Guy's Burger Joint, including the menu. I'll put a link in the upper right hand corner. Now remember, this one is only open for lunch. Alright, how about some good old barbecue? Well, old-fashioned barbecue has got it going on with braised pork, smoked beef, and dry rubbed grilled chicken. They've got all the sides to go with it too. Now, in the past, some of the barbecue places on board have only been open on sea days, so you may want to check the times to be sure. Now, if you're on some of the larger ships, you may have Guy's Pig and Anchor Bbq, offering beef, pork, chicken, and sausage. This place is pretty amazing as well. They've got all the sides and fixings also, including some southern style favorites, even collard greens. Now, you all can have the collard greens. I might be from the South, but I'm sorry. No, thank you. Now, there probably will be other options too that will, of course, be different with each ship. And, of course, everything we've talked about so far is already included in the cost of your cruise and is at no extra cost to you. All right, now let's talk about some new and really exciting stuff coming up with specialty dining. And I'm going to clue you in with a few freebies too. Okay, I want to start with Gigi's Asian Kitchen. This one is still fairly new to Carnival and is being added to more of the fleet. Gigi's offers a full-service menu and comes highly recommended by most everyone who has tried it. Now, as with most of the specialty restaurants, there is an additional cost, but this one is at the top of the list for so many cruisers. Gigi's is open for dinner, and here's your freebie. Carnival is offering lunch at Gigi's for free. Hey, slip in there and check it out. Next up is my personal favorite, Cucina Del Capitano. Italian food that will amaze you. It's quick, delicious, and not overpriced. Cucina del Capitano is open for dinner and, in the past, has also offered lunch for free. I'm not sure if that is still the case, but if so, there's your another freebie. Personally, I think it's some of the best food on the ship. Okay, there's a new kid on the block with Carnival, Banzai Teppanyaki. At first glance, it would appear to be somewhat like a traditional Japanese steakhouse, but I'm told that it's much, much more. You'll be seated around the chef's grill as he prepares the meal of your choice: filet mignon, shrimp, lobster, grilled tofu, and a wide selection of fish. Banzai Teppanyaki is open for both lunch and dinner. Again, this dining choice is new and only available on the Carnival Horizon and upcoming Carnival Panorama so far. But I did want to mention it because if you think perhaps this might be something that you will want to try, you definitely will want to reserve ahead because the restaurant only seats 16 guests. So plan ahead on this one. Next up is the Steakhouse. This is a longtime favorite for many cruisers. Each of these restaurants is unique in its own way with each ship. The Steakhouse is open every night for dinner, and this place does stay busy, so you may want to make a reservation for this one as well. Okay, how about some seafood? This one didn't come a minute too soon for me. The Seafood Shack is the place I've been waiting for a long time, and it's available on a bunch of Carnival ships now. All kinds of really good seafood, but hey, you gotta try the lobster roll. Oh yeah, lunch, dinner, whenever. As for other specialty dining, yes, there are still many more options, but again, each ship is going to be different in what is offered. Okay, now I want to talk about drinks really quick. What's free, what's offered, what's included, and what's new. Okay, included with your cruise package is water, tea, coffee, juices, and yeah, you can usually find milk at the breakfast buffet. Okay, drinks packages. The Bottomless Bubbles package includes unlimited Coke products and is currently $7.50 per day for adults and $4.95 a day for kids. If you're a soda drinker, it's not a bad deal really. Okay, the Cheers package is the onboard alcohol package with Carnival. This includes sodas, specialty coffees, energy drinks, and most beer, wines, and mixed drinks. It will not cover some of the more expensive selections. The price is $51.95 per day and includes up to 15 of these drinks. Is it worth it? Well, that's really going to be your decision. It is worth it for some people, and for others, it is not. It really is going to depend on you. All right, so what is new with drinks? Okay, the Alchemy Bar isn't really new, but a lot of people haven't got the chance to try it out yet, so I did want to mention it. Here is where you can work with a mixologist to create a brand new drink all your own. It's a lot of fun, and you get to be creative. Okay, the other thing I want to mention is Carnival's two newest ships, the Carnival Vista and the Carnival Horizon, both have an onboard brewery. It's also coming to the Carnival Panorama as well. While Shell and Exxon may be out at sea working hard to drill for oil, Carnival's doing the really important stuff like floating around making beer. There are different selections to choose from, and hey, you can even take a tour of the brewery. Alright guys, hey, if you like cruising, remember to hit that subscribe button. Come be a part of our cruise family here at Cruise Control. And hey, check out our cruise gear listed in the description below. Again, my name is Michael. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.